Coming up on MCTV this week, we show you how student leaders got the opportunity to network with alumni, and we also show you how one residence hall is taking dating campus-wide. This week starts now. Welcome to MCTV This Week with Michelle Nutting. I'm Owen Russell. Thanks for joining us. This Saturday, MC students and alums united for the annual Scots Connection Leadership Conference. At this year's Scots Connection Leadership Conference, students networked with alumni and exchanged philosophies on how to become an effective leader. 2006 alum Emily Eddington spoke of her own experiences as a news anchor and YouTube celebrity.
I think it's been really interesting for students to get some advice coming from people who have been in the working world for a while, because I think when you get in school settings, it is kind of a safe setting. I think it's been good to share all those experiences.
You get to see that networking, and you get to see how they even interact from their classes from when they graduated, and knowing their professional experience has really helped.
This was Monmouth College's third annual leadership conference.
The winter trustee meeting was a success when it comes to the future of the new Science and Business Building. The Monmouth College Board of Trustees winter meeting proved to be a success when they unanimously voted to approve the plans for the new Science and Business Building. The new building will be the college's newest academic structure since 1990, and the first building built with classrooms in over half a century. There is no set date on when groundbreaking will begin, but the building is projected to take about 18 months to complete.
Years ago, the N-word was used to degrade and belittle the African American community. Now, the word takes on a completely different meaning. In honor of Black History Month, the Intercultural Life Committee invited Dr. Eddie Moore to Monmouth College to talk about the N-word. Many students attended as Moore explained the history behind the word and why it should not be used. He started the presentation asking students what comes to their mind when they hear the N-word. Throughout the presentation, it was discovered that the word does not have the same derogatory meaning as it once had.
I definitely think differently about it, I guess in a positive way.
Once you get back into, the real world and start hearing all the music with nigga this, nigga that, in the image of a nigga, then, it's going to get brainwashed right back into them.
Dwight Tierney, a Monmouth College alum and co-founder of MTV, reflected on Monmouth College and gave graduating seniors some advice. After graduating from Monmouth College in 1969, Dwight Tierney worked in the admission office for 9 months, only to be fired by his alma mater. Tierney is thankful to Monmouth for letting him find his plan B. That's what he suggests Monmouth seniors should do. Tierney enjoys talking to students and coming back to Monmouth.
If you've spent as much time as I have with MTV and with Nickelodeon, you spend a lot of your time concerned with exactly what the thinking process is of young adults. It's reinvigorating, and then when you come back here, the double hit to it is based on the fact that, well, this was my place too, and this helped form who I was. So, you watch what it's doing for the student in 2011 as well, and and you hope that their experience was as good as yours was.
On a campus that assumes you're religious, 3 men step out of the norm to talk to you about religion and their views on life. Students were given an opportunity to ask atheist Professor Ken Kramer, as well as students Derek Huff and Craig Maher, questions and hear their answers to the big questions in life. Professor Kramer began the discussion by sharing his atheist point of view, leading into a discussion where a variety of topics were touched on, such as Christmas, marriage, death, and of course, the question of a higher power.
I think this discussion is kind of unfinished. There needs to be more and a lot more expansion.
Seniors recently talked about their experiences studying abroad at the first international luncheon of the semester. Kim Morris and Matt Jefferson presented their experience in Singapore last Thursday in the Highlander Room. Students and faculty could enjoy food and listen to students' journeys throughout Singapore and Malaysia. The pair hope to present their information to persuade students to get out there and experience something like this. The talk covered things like monuments and temples they explored, to visiting mental health institutes and hospitals in order to learn how things are different from the United States.
What they can walk away with is just, there's different cultures out there. Here's just a specific one.
The next international luncheon will be March 30th at noon in the Highlander Room.
On Friday, February 18th, students gathered in the Huff Center for a night full of fun and games sponsored by Soda and Admissions. Students were able to wander around the Huff Athletic Center to participate in a variety of activities and offers pizza and pop to those who participate. From an intense game of volleyball to a relaxed game of cards, Soda provides a non-alcoholic atmosphere for students with common interests. Because February is Black History Month, Soda even included a Black History Jeopardy that challenged students.
What Soda means to me is a nice, diverse group on campus where everybody can get together and have fun. It's never just one thing.
A lot of students on campus think that drinking is the only kind of thing that you can do to have fun and partying, and Soda proves that that's not true.
Soda holds events frequently throughout the semester. If interested in attending, join the Facebook group called Soda at Monmouth College for more information.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. Crimson Mass' newest production, The Children's Hour, begins tomorrow through Sunday in the Witt Theater of HT. The play follows two women as they manage the trials and stresses of running an all-girls school on the grounds of a New England farmhouse. The show begins at 7:30 Thursday through Saturday and 2 p.m. on Sunday. On Sunday in the Dahl Chapel, students from Monmouth and Western Illinois University will be hosting the Gospel Music Extravaganza as part of Black History Month. The concert starts at 6 p.m. And tonight, After Hours continues with student musicians performing at 9:30 in Scotland Yard.
Coming up in sports after the break. The Octagon comes back to Monmouth, this time hosting 4 title fights. Welcome back. If you've been on YouTube recently, you've likely seen Alex Taney's trick shot video, which has reached well over 500,000 hits in 2 days. Did you think that your video was going to blow up this big?
No, we actually had no idea really what we were getting into. We kind of started messing around some stuff here on Monday night, and it got more serious as the days went along. And we posted it on Sunday night, and by 3 o'clock yesterday it was on SportsCenter, so it was pretty crazy.
You shot, actually, one of your shots, my favorite one, goes right through this door and then over onto the track behind us. How many takes did that take?
That was actually one of the first ideas we had, and we came in on Monday night, and we didn't have a video camera, and we shot it, and I made it like the 3rd try. But then, we came back the next day, and we had a camcorder and everything, and we hit about the 8th try, I want to say. So.
Tanny is headed to Chicago to shoot First Take with ESPN, which will air tomorrow between 9 and 11 a.m. Be sure to tune in. Revolution Cage Fighting returned to Monmouth this past Saturday, headlining Monmouth's own Danny Connerly. For some fighters, Saturday night at the Armory was the biggest night of their careers, Eric Shelton being one of them, as he earned the flyweight title in a split decision over Shane Curry. Logan, the nice guy, Hickerson, was one of the premier fights early on, taking several big hits early, but he eventually got the submission for the win over Wes Markley. Kyle Tate versus Monmouth's Dustin Rowe won the Fight of the Night award, with both fighters landing huge blows. Rowe came out with the victory, but not without a broken hand and a bloodied eye.
10 seconds.
Danny Connerly took to the octagon for the main event, facing off against Tyler Roberts. Roberts came out of his corner, landed a huge kick to Connerly's face, and not long after slammed Connerly on his back.
That rattled my brain a little bit. That one hurt a little bit.
Connerly clinched the armbar almost out of nowhere to end the fight in his favor.
30 seconds.
How'd that happen?
We're a huge grappling gym. We do a lot of, ground game, submission type grappling. And I'm always looking for arm bars. Like I told the guy I just fought, they're everywhere. Arm bars are everywhere. So you just got to find them and you got to find where they're at and pick one up. And that's what I did. And I'm an accounting business major, so I put in tons of time with the school. And between that and 25 hours of training a week, I have no time for anything, barely sleep.
Connerly remains the Revolution Bantamweight title holder, but is considering competing for the Extreme Fighting Bantamweight title out of state. Owen and Michelle will be back right after this. Here are your scores for this week.
Welcome back. Are you lonesome tonight or single and ready to mingle? A closer look shows us just how one residence hall is trying to do that. As students attended the Mix and Mingle, aka Speed Dating, event held in lower level of Stockdale last Tuesday, many students were looking to find a special connection with someone or just looking to meet new people.
I had this idea a while back. I just wanted people to get together, for the people who are always single, maybe this would be a good idea, meet that person, or just meet new faces. You don't have to date everybody. Everybody's all scared about the dating part, but you can just meet new faces. I just met like 10 people.
Like Robinson, others were looking for a fun way to make friends and get their name out there.
The chance to get, meet new people, self-confidence boost.
Yeah.
To gain more self-confidence, get to know a lot of different people, and just get out there.
The event was sponsored by Greer Hall and ASAP.
And that's MCTV This Week. I'm Ross Donnan.
And I'm Owen Russell. Be sure to tune in this time next week for an all-new episode of MCTV This Week.
And I'm Michelle Nutting. You can also watch us on the web by going to monm.edu/MCTV. But don't turn the channel just yet. Fusion is back with an all-new episode. We'll see you next week.